terrific to be here. I look around, I see so many friends, so many people who truly do believe in lifting us up, and that is why we are here tonight. You know, we've been talking about this now for a while, that the game is rigged. And the problem is that Washington works great. Washington works great if you are a billionaire. It works great if you are a giant multinational corporation. It works great if you can hire an army of lobbyists and an army of lawyers. It works great. For everybody else, it's not working so great. And that's what we're here about. We are here to say we're going to take back our government. We're going to make this government work not just for the richest, we are going to make this government work for all of us, because that's what we believe in America.
Testify.
So I know that lots of good things have already been said. I just want to I am going to testify for just 1 minute. I'm going to tell you something highly personal, because it's relevant to why we are here tonight. And that is, I was an academic studying what was happening in the financial markets, and I truly was. I felt like I was going nuts, because it was all, you could just see it coming, that these mortgages were being sold to families. The only way they were going to be able to pay them was to refinance them, pay even more, and that meant there had to be an upward slope on market housing prices. Everything about this was broken. Everything was broken, and it was not only going to break family after family after family in this country, it was going to bring down the entire American economy and probably the entire worldwide economy. And it did. And it did. And so the question was, what are we going to do about it? And all of a sudden, we're ready to start talking about ideas. What is it we can actually do about this? And I had the idea for this little agency, and the idea pretty straightforward, right? We would take all of the existing laws, we'd put them in one place, and we would say there's going to be one group in government that is going to be responsible for understanding, responsible then for prosecuting and making sure that we have a level playing field on behalf of American families. So I thought, man, this is a cool idea, right? I'm an academic. I will just go to Washington and tell a handful of people, and this will get done, right? This will get done. I have to tell you, I went around to anybody I could introduce myself to, knocked on doors. This is literally the case. And I would talk to folks, and I would say, big problem, here is one way that we could start to change it. And remember, I mostly talked to our friends, because that's what let me in the door. They told me two things. The first thing was, that is a great idea. That could actually make a difference. The second thing they said to me is, don't do it. It will never, ever, ever happen. And the reason it will never, ever, ever happen is because the giant banks will never permit it to happen. Now, I listened to that, and as somebody who wasn't too familiar with the ways of Washington, I thought what people were saying to me is, try harder. Speak louder. Knock on more doors. And so that's what, kind of Nancy Drew of, intrepid policymaker. And so I thought, okay, we will do this. We will do this. And I thought, how am I going to do this? I know, we'll set up a conference call. I set up a conference call. First conference call in the CFPB had 2 people on it, which I think legally does not qualify as a conference. But 2 became 4, and 4 became 12, and 12 became 16. And then Damon Silver said to me, get organized, girl. And I said, what does that exactly mean? And he said, start working with groups of people. Get people in, talk to them about this, let's bring the groups together. Mike and I talked about this. Lots of people who are representing different groups in this room talked about it. And that's what we did. And so here's how this story goes. The big banks heard about this great idea for the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and they had exactly one word: no. Actually, they had 2. No and never. Okay, this will not happen. Some of you may remember, they were quoted openly, their lobbyists, front page of the New York Times saying, never, never, never is this going to happen. It will not happen. We will not permit it to happen. They spent more than $1 million a day lobbying against financial reforms with the CFPB right at the heart of what they were shooting for. And here's the deal. We got organized. We got our groups together. We fought back. And we won. We delivered a good And before you leave here and you say, oh my God, I was just applauding the creation of a government agency, I must be turning into a total nerd. The answer is A, yes you are a total nerd.
Too late.
But I just want to say two things about that little agency. That little agency has already forced the largest financial institutions in this country to return more than $11 billion directly to consumers they cheated. Now that's government that works for us. You want to understand why they're fighting it? You want to understand why they hate this agency? It's two parts. One part is money. Think about the $11 billion that's been returned directly to consumers. And the other part is this proves government can work for the people. It just takes us making it happen. So, I just want to say this. I'm here tonight because nobody can do this on their own. There's not a single one of us in this room who can make this happen on our own. It takes all of us working together. We truly live in a world where we make each other stronger. We make each other stronger every single day. So when I get a chance to be able to stand up for American family values, you better believe I'm here, and I'm glad every one of you is here.